Hi everyone, 50 Years has had an update on both Xbox and Windows 10 to 5000G and 4000G respectively. If you followed my previous guide to reach the available gamer score before the updates, you should be ready to go. If you didn't follow my previous video, shame on you, but at least you're in the right place now. As always, let's take a quick look at the achievements before we get started. Now, I actually ran through choosing the pantheon of fat chickens to check that my guide was working, which is why it's already unlocked. All we need to do is reach the top tier of each faith system on Xbox, and if you're playing this on Windows 10, you only need to reach tier 4, so it will be even quicker. Do remember to come back to this guide if the Windows 10 version is ever updated to 5000G in the future, as it will be perfectly applicable. I'm going to try and make this an all-in-one guide. Firstly, I'll run through only the updated achievements, so you guys who just want the update can knock it out and leave. Actually, I'm going to post a text guide after the video of my first run, so that you can just pause or screenshot if you get sick of hearing my voice over and over. If you are new to the game, I'll continue the playthrough afterwards to help you finish to the end, which will grab you the remaining achievements not covered in the updated content guide. All shortcut links will be in the description. Enough talk, more G. Let's get started. Start a new game. Select very easy, and if you remember from last time, we will be using the Byzantines. This is because they give you your second faith skill instantly for free, which really speeds things up. All playthroughs and army builds start pretty much identical due to restricted resources at the beginning of the game. Start with 2 peasants and end the year. Another peasant and end the year. Another peasant and end the year. Now we're going to construct a chicken farm at the top left and end the year. Now hire a swordsman and end the year. And here we have our first fight. It would be a very sad day if the swordsman lost to a farmer, so just leave them one-on-one. Of course, the swordsman won. After the fight, just end the year. We have another fight. Again, I think the swordsman can handle it. And of course, he won again. Now we're going to construct a stable. And end the year. Our scouts have discovered the Chicken Devil's altar. Click on scouting and you'll see him up the top. We're going to take the deal killing. He's going to insta-kill a single enemy unit each fight, and this is particularly powerful in the short game, as you'll see soon. You may notice we'll lose our soul for this, but who wouldn't sell their soul for some gamer score? Hire a peasant and end the year. Now construct a cow shed and end the year. Here our scouts have found our first den. If you're a first timer, go ahead and clear it out, whatever it may be, as it will be the easiest. Hire a swordsman and end the year. Now you can see the Chicken Devil flexing his power, as it's just one poor militiaman now. Hire 2 peasants and end the year. This time there wasn't even a battle. Hire 2 more peasants and end the year. And another insta win thanks to the Chicken Devil. Now, I won't break down every move from here on, as we're going to be repeating a cycle. The principle is the same for every army, every build, and every faith tree selection, as I deliberately chose something generic that would work across the board, as we're going to have to repeat it 5 times. What we're going to be doing from now on is maxing out our knight limit, buying a stable which increases it by 3, maxing out our knight limit again, buying another stable, and so on, increasing our army with knights every time, including replacing our losses. So I'm just going to leave it until I pick up again. So just follow along or repeat the cycle. It should be quite simple. Here we can see the faith skill trees. We have Pantheon of Fat Chickens, Legends of the Miners, Legends of the Forest, Temple of Defenders, and Equality Church. And each one has 5 tiers that you can unlock. If you are just updating, you can select any in any order you wish. If it's your first time and you're thinking of completing, please select the Equality Church. As soon as you unlock your first skill, you'll be immediately able to unlock the second, thanks to using the Byzantines. And now we just continue the process of growing our armies with knights and stables, knights and stables. Now we're back at the faith skill trees and we can unlock our third skill. Now we're back on the faith skill trees again and we can unlock our fourth skill. Again, keep repeating the cycle of knights and stables. It should be quite straightforward where we're going with the guide, and you could probably take it from here really. And we're back again at the faith skill tree system, and we can choose our fifth and final skill, unlocking the updated achievement for this skill tree. A fairly juicy 200G. Now, All that remains is to repeat this process again for each faith skill tree, so another 4 times. If you want to see the playthrough to the end with me, stay on as I'm going to complete the last 15 years that remain. But first, here is a text guide. Feel free to pause the video or take a screenshot if it's easier, and you can just follow this along for your repeated processes. For those of you who have stayed, there is some wriggle room in what I am doing. Don't worry if you stray a little here and there, you'll be fine and you'll complete the game with no problems, I promise. What you're going to want to do now is invest in peasants so that we can gain more gold and reach the more expensive options. Very much the same as we did for the knights, max out the peasants, buy a town hall to increase the limit, and then repeat the process. Here I decided to get the Minotaurs involved for this playthrough by buying the Minotaurs maze. Now I couldn't afford as many as I would have liked, but they're powerful and they get the job done. A tough year signifies that we have reached year 40 and that we are going to have a particularly nasty fight against 3 unicorns. The Chicken Devil helps incredibly to save losses here as we only have to fight 2 of them. I recommend the first skill of the Temple of Defenders next to complement the ones that we already have. Now, if like me you become restricted by food, it's a good idea to buy another cow shed and a chicken farm for the instant boost. We're also going to need to hire more peasants. 36 should be enough for this playthrough. And now we've reached year 50, the final battle. And you can see that all we've used are a handful of swordsmen, up to 16 knights and 3 minotaurs. We're going to draft as many militiamen as possible for the final fight, of course, in case something goes terribly wrong, but we shouldn't need them. And from here on, it should be a straight win. Victory. You survived for 50 years. Very easy. Byzantines, of course. War losses. We were turned into a zombie chicken. It could be worse. So that should be a straight through complete for everybody now, including all of the updates and the possible foreseeable future update for the Windows 10 version. It's very unlikely that they add more achievements or add anything off the beaten path that we haven't already seen. So I think that's us done. I hope you enjoyed the improved version of this video, as the other video was my first ever. And I hope to see you in the next video, and thanks very much for watching.